Round the world, girl, I've been looking for you. I think I might just find you in Africa.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to be doing a girl chat because literally I've been feeling like my channel has no purpose. Like, what am I doing? And I'm excited to do a girl chat again. And guess who's back?
What up, guys? It's Mid.
She's here.
Hi, how are you guys doing?
Last time you guys saw her on my channel was 2 years ago when we did the
Oh my gosh, what did we do?
Stories about getting cheated on.
That was like,
one video.
Don't go watch it.
Please go watch it, it's hilarious. And then cheating on.
Okay, go watch the I got cheated on, but don't watch the I cheated.
Those were both funny, but
those were funny, but
we're back better than ever because we look like kids. I might even insert a clip of like that video, see the glow up. But
the glow up was real.
So real. Well, we're about to do we're just gonna chat. We're gonna talk about being in our, what is it, quarter life crisis? 24, 25, and just like, I think it's almost like your quarter life. It's not midlife yet. That struggle. So I was talking to her on the phone the other day and I was saying how, like, I'm like, one day I feel like I know what I'm doing and the next day I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like, what is going on? What is life? Am I doing the right thing? Am I doing enough? Am I not doing enough? What should I really be doing? Like, oh, it's so frustrating.
I literally have, yeah, the story of my life.
Yeah, I'm just like, one day I'm like good, I'm like, okay, going to class, going to work, like, everything's in order, and then the next day I just wake up and I'm like,
honestly, you know what I think it is? I feel like, I feel like when we're younger, especially like in high school and stuff like that, we set such like high like goals for ourselves. Because I remember, this is like way before high school even, you know, when you're little, you're like, oh, by the time I'm like 16, yo, my friend is popping, her phone is blowing up.
It's on silent. Okay, go ahead. Okay, you sit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What was I? So, okay, yeah. So like when you're like young and stuff like that, it's like you set all these like goals for certain points in your life. Like, you know, 16 people think like, oh, 16, I'm gonna have a 16 birthday party.
Yeah,
a car.
16.
You know, by 16 I'm gonna have a driver's license.
Yeah.
18 I'm gonna graduate high school, and guess what? By 18 I'm being moved out, have my own place.
Right.
Lord knows I'm really not doing the dorms. That's what most people tell themselves, you know?
Yeah.
And then like you just have this expectation that like your real life just gonna be out in the world, and then once you do like realize that okay, it's not really what I thought it was, you still have other things set for yourself. Like especially I know like when we were younger, a lot of girls, a lot of my friends told themselves that they'd be married by like 25.
Girl, me too.
You know?
But I was
like engaged at like 22.
True.
All those things. 26, having their first kid, and it's like, no. Remember when people used to tell us like, like think realistically, you know? Like no, for real. Now it's like think realistically, like.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Like turning 25 was like one of my favorite birthdays. Like because I just felt like I was more content. Like I feel like I was becoming me and owning up to like all the BS that I've been through, what I've done, or what, you know, what I didn't do.
Yeah.
But then you just get to some days where you're just like, what's next? When you're watching, like social media, for instance, or people in my life, like some are married, some have kids, some are married with kids, some are just parents, but like they all have things going on, and then just like, or some even just have boyfriends, and I'm like, I don't have anything, you know what I mean? Like I have myself. That's me. Right. Literally. Like I have myself, I live on my own, I work, I go to school, and it's like, you just kind of like, I feel like I'm just like in an idle like status, like waiting. Like what am I waiting for, you know?
Right.
Like, I don't know. It's kind of sad because it's like things I desire, but then I'm like, okay, as far as my career path, like, I don't know. Some days I just want to quit everything and move back home. Yeah. Have you ever felt like that? I'm just like, I just want to get rid of everything and I want to move back home.
Yeah, I have that during my mental breakdown days.
Okay, and the older you get, the more mental breakdowns you get.
Like once a week. You know? And I'm kind of it's a little bit more than once a week. Like, no, during mental breakdown days, you're like, oh my god, like, do I really want to be this in life? Like, is this really what I want to do, you know? Like, and just like, do I want to sweat this hard? Like, yo, like, bro, I'm scraping. What's going on?
Literally have my mental breakdowns every single day. Every single day in the morning where I'm like, what am I supposed to be doing? Do I need to get up and do this? And like, I think like I just lost motivation, and I don't know where that's come from, because I'm so driven and ambitious and all this stuff, and then it's like I almost forgot who I am, you know?
I think losing motivation, like I feel like it's not losing motivation, but I know what you mean, because you just reach a point where you get tired. You're like,
yeah,
dang,
I'm
bro,
exhausted.
like, you know, like, it's like when everyone says it and you hear everything that's motivating, it's great and I love it, you know, but then you're just like, I'm doing it, you know, and remember me before I was doing it, you know, like, but it's just like, where are we going?
Right,
you
I'm
know?
doing it, but
like,
where
are we going?
Like,
I'm tired, you know?
Me too.
And we're getting older. And the closer we get to like the end, like
the end.
What the end? Oh my god, no!
The closer we get to the end, you know.
I didn't finish what I was saying. The closer we get to like the end of like certain ages that we've like set, like certain expectations, like, you know, expectations for ourselves. Yeah, the more you're just like, oh Lord, like, how long is this gonna take? And what you trying to have me do?
Bruh,
like,
this last month.
It's like you almost start to feel like the list for
like
you and the
WTF.
priorities for, yeah, literally.
Like, yeah, the list that you had and what's happening in your life, like, don't match.
Yeah.
It's like, when will they intersect? Because I feel like what you have for me is over there, and what I'm going through is way over there. So how do we meet in the middle? Because I'm struggling. Like, where you at? Yeah, no,
that's literally how I feel.
You just feel like you just don't know, like, where to go.
I feel like the beauty of it, though, like, is, like, when I get myself to stop and look back at, like, where I was, like, a year ago or where I was, like, 2 years ago, then it's like, okay, I did come somewhere, you know? Because it's like, a year ago, I was not doing what I'm doing now, you know? And I was not in the state that I am now.
True.
And it's just like, okay, I did make some progress.
Yeah.
Even though it's like, I wish, like, the process could be much quicker. But then, I don't know, I guess what makes me feel better sometimes, it's so sad. Like, I thought, it's sad. I watch videos of, like, really successful people, and, like, they'll just talk about how, like, their journey was so long. And I feel like that helps me to, like,
but how long though? I'm gonna
like, okay, you know, it's okay. Like, people go through, like, you know, the period in their life, and I notice, like, a lot of people say that the time that we're going through is like a lot of what they went through. And how, like, they have to go through all that in order to, like, have that breakthrough, you know, and reach that moment. And it took them, like, beaten down so much, you know, to the point where it's like that, almost that breaking point, and then it's just like, voila, here it is, you know? And I don't know, I believe it, and I still have, like, faith and, like, hope in it, because I feel like that's how God works too, you know?
Right.
And we, like, sit there and we try to pressure him, like, a lot of times, like, when we want to things now, but, like, they say he shows, like, right on time, you know? Like,
on his time,
you know? And it's usually at that last moment when we think, like, we're, like, just like, you know? And then it's like, there he is, you know?
Girl.
And I feel like that's literally the same thing with our situations, but it's just like, ooh, Lord, I'm tired.
Girl, I'm tired. Like, I've never felt so, like,
and I say it for us, you know? Like,
I swear.
Oh, hey, girls, here goes detour.
Right, no, seriously, like,
Checkpoint.
I've never felt so exhausted in my life, and I'm like, I almost let, like, so many situations that happened to me in the last 2 months, like, steal my joy, because I'm usually so optimistic, and I'm like, it's gonna happen, you know, you just have to have faith, and this and that, and then things just kept piling up, and I'm just like, it feels like bricks are just building up on top of me, and I'm like, I'm tired, I have no optimism left, I'm just drained, you know? And right when I caught myself, because I was on, like, Snapchat, and I went on a rant about, like, how my car battery got stolen and all that stuff.
Her car battery got stolen.
And then I, like, deleted all of it. I'm like, whoa, I literally almost let, like, that steal my joy and, like, my optimism. And I'm like, I don't need to rant and put that negativity out there. So I'm just like, you know what? It's like a moment, like, don't forget, like, don't let that steal what you have inside of you. Yeah, so that helped a lot, but, like, I'm still tired, y'all.
No,
that's why I haven't been posting, because I'm like, I'm just going through so much that I hate to put negativity on there on YouTube, because there's so much of it already with drama channels, this and that, people breaking up, relationships, and, like, I want to be a place of healing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even when I'm not at my best, like I want people to be like, okay, she's going through it, but yeah, exactly. I'm like, okay, if it may not be working for me, but what can I do for somebody else?
Right.
You know?
Right, for sure.
Even if I'm still lost, because I'm lost, y'all. If y'all find me, tell her to come here. Hello? Like what?
Good.
Have you seen her?
Myth.
Yeah.
Girl, I'm lost too.
Right? And
what's
I think
going
like
on?
you, right? Like you made a huge point about saying like, look back at how far you've come, because that makes that perception so much better. Because now that you say that, I'm like, okay, yeah, I have come a long
You have,
way.
yeah, we all have, for real.
That's something that's amazing, you know, and I should be definitely proud of, but then I think it's like the current state of situation, just like
it
why?
beats you down.
Mm-hmm.
It beats you down for
What
sure.
would you say has been the hardest, like this year, like whether it's just personal or like work or
The hardest thing for me, what?
It's just girl.
Okay. The hardest thing for me this year, honestly, like, the hardest thing for me this year has been to let go of people, things, situations that don't pour into me the way that I pour into them. And it's been childhood, you know, people who I've known since Lord knows when, and I still love those people dearest to heart, you know, but I've just reached a point where it's like, I don't know, it's just like I'm gonna pour into everyone who's around me, but it's like if you can't pour into me at all and you don't love me like the way I love you, you know, if you can't do that, then I just don't feel the need to have you around anymore. And I feel like ever since we were younger, like I've always hoped like, oh, hopefully, you know, this person can like come around. Yeah, like it's like they're just going through this.
Yeah. We make excuses sometimes for people's dysfunction, thinking that like the dysfunction is only a phase and they'll be back to their normal self again. But in reality, like that's who they are, and we just didn't want to believe it at the moment. And then having to let go of those, it hurts and it sucks, but then you realize how much more free you are after.
It does.
You know what I mean?
And like, thank God for the fact that like I know myself today, you know, like who I am. And I'm at the point where it's like, it doesn't matter who you are, whether it's my mother, father, anyone, like there's nothing that you can say or do that can add to me or that can take away from me, you know, like but I want to be around people who try to add to me, you know, not around people who try to take from me, you know. And like, I'm not a hyperactive person at all. I'm very like calm, you know. Like
she's hyper.
I'm not hyperactive in hyperactive in attitude and like in attitude I'm not hyperactive at all. Like I'm just like a very like, I'd rather like,
you're more chill.
Like I'm very chill in like my attitude, and I like to laugh, and like I laugh all the time. And that's just like what I like, you know, like, and I don't like to feel anything outside of that. And if you make me feel anything outside of that continuously, like, it's just draining to my spirit. And I'm at a point where I'm conscious of what my spirit, you know, feels. And I'm conscious of things that upset my spirit and that get it shooken up, you know, and I'm just at a point where I want to nurture it, and I don't want to like hurt it anymore. You know, I've been damaging
girl,
for so long.
You know, for real. Like, I think mine is similar to that. Like, something that was the hardest for me is to let go of the idea of like friendship was a huge one. To let go of the idea that people have the same intentions as you, even your closest friends. Even your closest friends, family, whatever, like
not everyone has the same intentions.
You really
as you.
I started going with this mindset where even my closest friends, like, I don't speak on anything unless I feel like I'm okay with it being told somewhere else. And that's like the saddest reality ever, but it's so true, because like when you tell somebody, they're telling their friend, and they're telling their friend, and like isn't it the saddest thing?
No, I feel like in a lot of friendships I've had to, not like a whole lot, but in the ones that I've had to get rid of, I've had to be like hush hush about my personal life for a while.
But the thing is, even your closest, I'm not even kidding, like, that was like the biggest reality shock for me this year. Even your closest ones, they do the same thing.
Girl, me too.
So,
I learned it.
So I'm like, I speak about like what I don't care to be out there, or if someone's gonna repeat it, because I've also been in friendships where it's like there's circles. I tell one person something, they tell them, and it comes back to me.
Telephone.
Yes, and I'm just like, what? Like, well, that's how she felt. You know what I'm saying? And like, I've also had situations where like certain friends have said some things about me where you would think they would help me in that area. I'm not gonna say specific because it'd be a dead ass giveaway. You okay? Let's say you're bad.
Bryson Tiller.
Right? Okay, let's say you're bad at doing makeup.
Yeah.
And I'm good at doing makeup. Instead of helping you, I'm telling people like, she's horrible at makeup anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, if I'm your friend, shouldn't I be like, sis, let me teach you, let me help you, you know what I mean? But instead of doing that, it's kind of like,
it's hating.
I'm a hater. Like, and the sucky part is like, you would never expect that person to be a hater.
Especially when someone you're so close to, you love dearly with your heart, and like you would never ever like put any of that energy towards them.
Right.
It shocks you. It catches like.
Yeah, and but I've also realized like within friendships that I've had this year, like absolutely all of us have insecurities. Yeah. But I'm not gonna say like I control my insecurities, but I do, because I don't allow that to push it on my friends. Yeah, you don't allow it. If I hate me, I'm not gonna be like, oh, my friend is this. She doesn't know how to dress. She's rude. She's not even cute. Like I would never like I deal with my insecurities because I want to heal myself, you know. Right. So I'm not gonna put that on my friend. I always
first of all, you're not a friend because I want my friends to look good, and I want my friend like
and I always think the best for my friends. Like I always want the positive, the optimistic.
You want for them situations. What you want for yourself.
And sometimes I realize not the same. It doesn't reciprocate, and that's okay. But I have to learn that like I should be okay with that because they're not perfect, and I'm not perfect. Right. And even when I want to be like, you're not a real friend because da da da, but then I'm like, she may really have some self-hate that she has to work on. Right. Who am I to judge? But at the same time, I may have to watch what I say. You know what I mean? Because you never know what someone else is jealous of. Because you could just, to you, it's just like venting to your friend, like, oh my gosh, da 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 da, and then they're like, yes, she's going through this because you know I'm in my own rights, and I'm happy not to see her happy. But like, it's not even you personally. It's their own. I don't know. I've learned a lot about friendship. Friendship is not just black and white. It's really complicated. It is. And people are like, either you're my friend or you're not. But I'm like, yo, even your friend may not even be your friend. Yeah. It's crazy, dude. It's so crazy.
Sad. It's so sad. Like, I don't even know what, like...
I don't know. The ones I have, I cherish. Because I'm like, you're here one day, the next day you're gone. You never know. So... Not to make this a girl chat, a sad girl chat. I know, but it's like a reality. Yeah, it is. It's a reality of being like mid-20s, you know. Bro. And inshallah 30.
Well, I think it's also like we now have to figure out like what friendship really is, because in high school it's this like happy fairy tale idea, you know, like, and we don't have anything else to do in our lives but go to school. So it's like
be with your friends.
Your entire life, your entire schedule is filled with your friends. You know, like you see them all the time. You see friends at school. You got friends outside of school. And if you have a job in high school, then you have friends at work. You know, like, and you're always doing stuff with friends, and it's all about friends. Right, friends,
and then it's like you guys have a lot in common. You guys might like the same group of
but you don't have any actual life problems at that point.
Yeah,
you know, and you don't have to figure out anything on your own. And so once you're thrown into the real world and you have to figure things out, everyone's a completely different person, you know, like, because now like shit's getting real, you know, excuse my language, but shit's getting real, and this person's having to figure this out, that person's gonna have to figure this out.
We're all trying to figure something out,
and you're at different stages in your life. And
I realized
it's not the same.
And I've realized like friendship is work. Like friendship is a choice, first of all,
Yep.
and then second, it's work. Like if you really see somebody as promising, like you have to work towards loving them. Like I'm not even gonna lie, there's some friends where like, so when I've had situations where things are said and it comes back to me, I have to be like, you know what, I'm gonna love them anyways because I believe in them. You know what I mean? Like there's no reason to throw away a friendship because some things were said and maybe I'm taking it personal because I'm insecure in that certain area. It still sucks that they said it, but like I shouldn't take it personal. You know what I mean? I still love them though, but then it's just like loving them and like making sure I give them the nurture they need so that they don't feel maybe as insecure or whatever it may be. But I don't know, sometimes when I'm seeing my friends' insecurities, it like made me sad. You ever had that? And I'm just like how would you feel this way? Like
I don't know, but I've also been in the position where I've tried to nurture and tried to like be there for that friend and hoping that like they can realize those insecurities and work towards like solving it, and
it ends up being toxic.
No, it just ends up backfiring in your face because you're investing all of this because you see that. A lot of times the person doesn't even want to acknowledge it on their own, you know, so here you are and it's a burden now on you, you know, and it does become toxic, you know, and you just you get to a certain point where you're like, oh wow.
Like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna have to leave that there.
Whoa, you know, like if you, it's like being a dead horse at that point.
So what's one thing that you appreciate about 2018? Because the year is almost over, girl.
I know, it's almost over. Oh my god.
So what's one thing like you're thankful for or appreciate?
2018.
Or sum it up in a few sentences.
Sum up 2018.
2018 was...
2018 was a huge transition.
Amen.
And 2018 for me like has just been nothing but changes and changes and changes on changes. And 2018 ending is an entire transition for my 2019. And I don't even know like what it is for, and I don't know how to explain, but I've just been nothing, like going through nothing but like changing stages and phases, you know, and just I don't know how to explain, you know what I mean? But it's just been one huge transition. I'm so thankful for it. I'm so grateful. 2018 for me highlighted the word gratitude. I've learned gratitude is the #1 thing. And I'm very thankful for 2018 and where I'm at today and the lessons 2018 has taught me. Thank you, girl. Taught me. I said taught me. I can't even speak English.
Because she's a thoughty.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. She's not.
Thought juice coming from Tatiana. Heck nah.
That's what you called it in the last video, Tatiana. You remember that? Yeah, you did.
Yo!
This girl.
I ain't changed the 2016. No, I'm playing.
2018 for me was a lot of change, like you said.
Yeah.
Good and bad. Like, I was able to just be more comfortable within myself, but I also learned how to make executive decisions.
Yes.
In my life about me only, not worrying about what it was doing to others. Because I used to be a people pleaser, and I would never make a decision because I was afraid, like, it's gonna hurt this person's gonna be hurt. 2018 taught me no.
It's just about you.
It's you. What's good for you is what's good for you, and you have to make that decision, even if it hurts somebody else. And even if you don't know what's next, you have to do it. And I think that's what 2018 taught me. And
that's beautiful.
Yeah, so a lot of growth. Still struggles, but we still out here.
I know.
But you guys, that's it for this girl chat. We'll end it here. It's been I'm glad to be back to doing girl chats. I really missed it. If you guys want to see more girl chats, let me know. If you want to see her back again.
Yeah, if you want to see my face and my non-English speaking self, apparently.
And you guys can also follow her on Instagram. I'll have her information in the description box.
Yeah.
And probably on the screen because, you know, I like to do my little edits and whatnot. So, see you guys later.
Bye, guys. Bye. Make sure to subscribe.
Hey, right.